Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 7 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series Season 3 on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we are racing at Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix layout for 14 laps, and we are going Group 3 racing category for today. Now let's go and get started to have the best tire choice that this might go for the practice before we get started for the qualifying race to begin. But this is going to be taking the racing soft tires that this might get started to begin with. So I hope this might do some practice and this might be prepared. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race and let's get it started. It's going to be very competitive that this might have the 14 lap challenge to be on Circuit de Barcelona Grand Prix layout. So I hope this is going to be quite doing good to have a 5-minute qualifier to be getting started. So here we go, folks. This race is about to begin and only just 5 seconds remaining, and this is going to be quite getting prepared. Best of luck to all of us, and let's get started. Here we go, folks. It's round 7 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series. Now let's go with the drivers for the manufacturer car friends and let's get prepared. Now it looks like Nichio is taking first place in the Mercedes-Benz. Second place is Grisel in the Porsche 911 RSR. Third place is Grab McShooter in the Lexus RCF GT3 2017. Fourth place is Albino Fat Chick in the Porsche 911 RSR. RX3 Old Car takes 5th place in the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3. Gripson in 6th place in the Peugeot Vision GT Group 3. Guy Ferrari in 7th place in the BMW M6 M-Power 2016. Roadhog 2 is in 8th place in the Aston Martin Speed 12 Vantage. Psycho Crowley takes 9th place in the Maripro Mercedes-Benz AMG. DJR 2010 is taking 10th place for the GT5 Citroen race car. Rockability Outlaw takes 11th place in the GR Super Racing Concept. 12th place is myself in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 UDRS Racing Team Library. Pro G2112 in Ford Mustang in 13th place. M. Lloyd in the Porsche 911 RSR in 14th place. Ayak Guy in 15th place in the Petronas Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3. PFC 2K12 in 16th place in the Porsche 911 RSR. PSRTB Chevy fan in 17th place in the Nissan GTR. C Boogie in 18th place in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. Knox Lim All Down in 19th place in the Chevy C7 Group 3. But this is going to be 19 cars to be getting started to begin. But this is going to be on the rolling start to be at the final corner of the chicane. Now it's going to be quite very bright on the sunrise that this is going to be given the best time to have a dawn of the new race wheel might be ready to go. So I hope this might have the planes will be flying in onto the straight. So here we go. This might going in onto the green line and we are on the way to take the fastest run to be getting started out to begin. Best of luck to all of us and let this be a one good excited clean race will be needed. Now it's going to be quite getting in onto the first turn, so hope this is going to be quite taking a lot of sliper risk. But this is that we might be getting a little bit more closer for rockability. Oh man, looks like this is going to be quite very harder to see it. Looks like Roadhog 2 just got off the track and now this is going to be giving a little pull down onto the bottom position. So I'll have to avenge his position. This is going to be quite giving a one good friendly teammate that this one might give extra support to going in. but it's going to be quite getting slightly in, that this wheel might have plenty of mistakes to be seen here, but try to keep it well maintained. When we're on Circuit de Barcelona Grand Prix track, this is going to be quite giving the few turns that this wheel might have plenty of brakes that this wheel might be pulling in, but it's going to be quite taking a lot of efforts on the limits that this wheel might need it to take a good perfection to perform. Inside turns is going to be quite very sharp to take, but this is definitely might be take plenty of mobilities that this wheel might have to stay well maintained. It looks like this is going to be quite good to see it, and there it goes, the yellow flag on the signal, folks, and this is going to be quite giving the Pro G2112 is definitely might be got that penalty. Grab McShooter is definitely might be trying to stay steady to hold on for. Just keep it well controlled, but this is going to be giving the pull down onto the 10th place. Now going in onto the chicane, this wheel might take the final turn, is going to be quite getting in on at the end of the first lap. Now going in to the second lap, that this is going to be quite taking the action to be going in. Now hope this is definitely might be quite good to see how Guy Ferrari is now definitely might be trying to keep up to overtake Grab McShooter. But this is definitely might be quite very good to have him to bring the BMW M6 to be in the track. And it looks like, oh man, DJR 2010 just got hit off the track. Now it's definitely might be given the possible ways to try to keep up the balance, but there will be having plenty of efforts to avoid getting caught in the penalty to be marked on the red. Now it's going to be quite very intensifying, and oh man, looks like there's RX3 Otar was definitely might be pulling down onto 10th place, and now this is definitely might be giving the best moment for him that he's definitely wants to be in the top 3. This race is about to get very challenging, that this wheel might be getting loosened up on the grip amounts. So try to keep respectful on the track, because this is definitely might be keep that pressuring up on the mobility, that this is definitely might be compared to a Group 2 racing category from the Nations Cup in Dragon Trail Gardens. Positions would be made to be changed up for skilled challenging drivers, that this wheel might be taking the view advantage, that this wheel might be needed to go in. Looks like I just barely made a good dodge on Grab McShooter, and this is definitely might be giving him some few space, that this wheel might be continuing on to catch up to Guy Ferrari. Now the top 3 drivers is now going in to take one challenging ways to be in the top 3 at the finish. But looks like, oh, there it goes. Looks like this is going to be taking a few effort to see it, how M. Floyd just definitely might be taking on to have a little hard time on to the final turn of the chicane. He will might step forward to proceed on to 6th place. Now going in onto the dirt lap is going to be quite very brilliant, that this is definitely might be giving a challenging ways to have a good competitive, that this will might be taking the good skills to perform. And oh man, looks like Psycho Crowley just barely giving a one hit onto my rear, but this is definitely might be giving the hazard lights, that this one might be needed to be in case. Just try to keep it respectful, folks. The first turn is going to be quite very tougher when we're on the long straight, that this wheel might be taking some few position, that this wheel might be needed to go in. It'll take a few seconds to get the rear bumper to be self-prepared to be going on. It looks like Grab McShooter is definitely in 8th place, trying to catch up onto Guy Ferrari in 7th place. But this is definitely might be quite see how the new fastest lap has definitely might be going on. Dritzel has taken the new set up a time for only 1 minute and 46.4 seconds. Now that is going to be quite very impressive work, that this is going to be quite taking a lot of good fastest laps to be on Barcelona for the track. Now it looks like I'm going in onto 8th place to catch up to Guy Ferrari in the BMW M6, but this is going to be taking that sharp turns to go on the inside, but this is going to be taking the good steady grip, that this wheel might be keeping in onto the tarmac, but it definitely might be quite going passive to be in to take a little few aggressive. Sloping down onto the chicane, and this is going to be giving a little bit more time to catch up onto Pro G2112's position. But this is going to be quite getting away to see how Roadhog 2 has been doing. Looks like he's still trying to catch up onto the top position. Is going to be quite getting in the ways to go on for. Psycho Crowley is about to be catching up on my tail, and this is definitely might be giving a one good chase for Mercedes-Benz to catch up onto Chevrolet. The Corvette C7 is going to be step up onto the higher limit. It's going to be quite taking some few efforts to be on the pressure ways to go onto the first turn. And oh man, it looks like, how did that possible? It looks like a guy has definitely might be going in onto the quick shortcuts. Has any viewers seen this part? Well, seconds ago, this is going to be quite very harder. It takes that the first turn is going to be quite super tough to do it. So we just always going to have to be respectful for having a one good clean turn that this boat might be taking a good chance to perform. Now it looks like Rockability Outlaw is passing Sacco Crowley, and looks like Sacco Crowley is pushing back in onto 9th place, so he's going to continuing on to catch up onto to my current position. And looks like Guy Ferrari is about to be going in to overtake Pro G2112, but this is going to be quite doing good to see how the Ford Mustang is about to be stepped in to defend his position from the BMW. It's going to be quite getting closer, and looks like a 0.5 seconds penalty has definitely might be made to the curb for Guy Ferrari. Now it's going to be quite taking a lot of you ignoring the track limit, so we have to be very careful that this is definitely might be stepping in. Pro G2112 is stepping in to stay in 6th place, and this will might have myself to putting in on to 7th place to overtake Guy Ferrari to be in the 7th place to be onto the good spot to go right in it. This boat might goes on into 9th place, and looks like this is going to be given the best call to be going into the pit stop, that this boat might be given the best recommendable choice of the tires. So good thing that this wheel might be having a racing medium tires, that this wheel might be having a best recommendable suitable choice, that this wheel might deal with the racing hard or soft tires, that this wheel might depends on each rating, that this wheel might be given the best suitable way to do it. Now let's get back on the rush, and this is going to be quite taking some few turns. We'll might be giving a new tires, will might be giving a better grip to do it. So it looks like PSRT B Chevy fan is going in on to 8th place, but this is definitely might be quite giving the best luck of chance for him. But he will always going to have to take good chance for clean racing to keep it up. It looks like Guy Ferrari is coming in, but looks like this is definitely might be needs to keep it well respectful to try to stay on a good mobility position, that he'll be on the way onto the penalty line to proceed. This will might take some time, but dealing with some few opponents is going to be giving a one tricky chance to have plenty of skills to do it. Now looks like it's about to slow down for only 0.5 seconds, and then he's going in to catch up. He stays in 11th place, folks. Now it's time to catch up onto Pro G2112's position in 9th place, but this is going to be giving a lot of few credibility skills to stay on a good current position, that this will might stay on a good balancing way. So meanwhile, the top 3 drivers are now going in to take one effort ways to catch up onto the winning goal, but this will might be see how Dritzel is taking the lead. Night Shield is definitely might be going well in 2nd place, but he's going to catch up onto Dritzel to be in the lead. And Albino Fact Check in 3rd place, because this is going to be quite taking a few separate distance for only a few range by probably 2 seconds up ahead for each position drivers while we're on the top 3. Now looks like Guy Ferrari is passing me back in to catch up onto Pro G2112. This is going to be quite getting in to take plenty of effort. Ford Mustang is about to keep it up to stay on the good defense, while BMW is trying to find a good way to do the offense to going on the inside. It looks like Guy Ferrari is about to be passing in onto Pro G2112, and it looks like Guy Ferrari in 9th place. He is going in to proceed, and looks like PSRTB Chevy fan is about to be overtaken by Guy Ferrari as well. BMW has overtaken Nissan, and Ford has definitely might be going in. And now Guy Ferrari is about to catch up onto Toyota in the next run, that might be given the best list, that this will might be taking the chase. but that is going to be quite very impressive to see how he can do it. But once again, the 0.5 seconds penalty has definitely might be occurred due to ignoring the track limit, so we just definitely might be need to stay onto the safe zone that this will might be keeping him to do it. The off the track is the lava, folks, is definitely might be given a 1 pretend to be onto the hazard zone, so we just don't want to get caught onto the penalty. PSRTB Chevy fan and Pro G 2112 is still battling out to stay on it by only a few gaps distance, but this is going to be taking the few pit stop that this won't might be given a moment. But this will might change different position, and this is going to be going in onto the 7th lap. Trying to catch up onto Pro G 2112's position is going to be quite taking a longest straight that this will might go for 1,000 meters long. But I'll have to let him go first to take the turn, and this will might have myself to do second. It was going to be quite doing an impressive run to do it, but it's going to be quite getting a lot of handling turns that this is going to be quite taking a one American manufactured brand between Ford and Chevy is going to be taking a lot of long ways to keep it well cooperate to catch up onto BMW. But it's going to be quite getting a little bit few closer it takes. Now C Boogie in 10th place is about to be getting closer in for it, but I hope the Dodge Viper is about to catch up with 2 other American car brands is going to be catching up with them. But this is definitely might be given a one good act of a racing regroup, that this is definitely might be quite turned out to be given the one racing strategy to perform. Let this be for having a short friendly competition during this round, folks. 3 American car brands is definitely might be going on between 8th to 10th place, but this is going to be quite given a few perfection for having this kind of an opportunity that every racer really wants to enjoy it. Now it's going to be getting a little bit closer to overtake Pro G 2112's position. It's going to be quite getting a little bit steeper closer it takes, but it takes plenty of sharp turns that this will might be getting in onto the apex will go on the inside. Psycho Crowley is about to be going into the pit stop to change up the different compound tires that this will might take plenty of spare fuel. This will might proceed onto the 8th lap, but it's going to be quite getting closer will might be needed to take. Psycho Crowley is coming out of the pits, and this is going to be quite getting a little bit closer to join the party with the Chevy and Ford. But this is definitely might be getting in for only 0.7 seconds on the gap distance that this will might have the range to go on. Now it looks like this is going to be getting a little bit closer. Psycho Crowley passes my current position, and this is going to be quite getting closer, and looks like C Boogie is coming in onto the turn, and oh man, it looks like Pro G 2112 just barely lost the grip, so he's definitely might be pulling down onto 10th place. But that was so close, but looks like C Boogie passes me onto the current position. This will might put me in 9th place. But looks like Dodge Viper is taking on 8th place to keep it going. But this is definitely might be giving a one running rivalry between the Corvette and the Viper is going to be quite getting excited to see it. But this is definitely might be getting closer to catch up onto the Mercedes-Benz. Is going to be quite taking some few handling turns. Will go often to take the few racing work to have that distance to might get very shorter it gets. Now looks like now for the top 3 drivers are definitely might be keep it going for having a lot of few pressuring up onto the pace. It looks like M. Lloyd is now definitely might be in 3rd place. Dressel is keeping up the state defendant in 1st place, while Niceno is now definitely might be trying to stay in 2nd place. But this is definitely might be getting pretty closer that this will might have that plenty of distance will might be going in to do it. But it takes plenty of hairpins that this will might be going on to take that curbstone to be on the apex to see it. Now hope Dressel is doing alright to try to keep up to have his upper hand skills, that this will might have plenty of gap distance from behind. This will might take plenty of 33.699 seconds up ahead when I'm in 7th place. But this is definitely might be given possible ways to going in onto the pit stop, but this will might have a number of limits that this will might goes by too. One has been definitely used, and the next one is going to be quite available, so hope this will might have plenty of number of pit stops will be remaining. Just gonna have to use it wisely. Taking a lot of view distance will might be keep it going to catch up onto Psycho Crowley's position. Looks like Guy Ferrari is about to be coming back in to overtake in 7th place when I'm at. PSRTB Chevy fan is about to be catching up onto Guy Ferrari's position, and this is going to be quite getting in to do it. Hope I'm about to be losing up on it. Looks like Guy Ferrari just took the opening spot that he is in 7th place. But this is going to be quite getting a lot of few turns that this is definitely might be taking a lot of struggle to be on the risk. Looks like PSRTB Chevy fan is about to be coming in, and this is going to be quite very risky for the Nissan GTR. C Boogie is about to be coming in to overtake my current position, and looks like he's found the opening. Hope C Boogie is trying to catch up. There you go. Looks like Dodge Viper is about to be going in 8th place. So this is definitely might be quite getting closer to catch up to the BMW. And looks like Nissan GTR is about to be trying to catch up with BMW, and Dodge is definitely might be taking a lot of speed that this will might have plenty of handling when taking a lot of tire grip, that this is definitely might be going on with the pressure. So it looks like Rockability Outlaw is now definitely might be in 11th place, while RX3 Otar is trying to keep it up. But this is definitely might be quite very excited that this is definitely might be giving the most epic challenging race to see it of all time. I hope this is definitely might be quite good to see how C Boogie is keep it going to be in 7th place. But this is going to be quite getting excellent to have the battle of 7th places now going in. But this is going to be quite taking the struggle to see how the BMW and Nissan is about to get very challenging up to stay at a good struggle, that this will might be taking the performance to be on the current ways to do it. That might have Guy Ferrari in 9th place to be going in. PSRTP Chevy fan is going in 8th place. But he's going to catch up onto C Boogie in 7th place. But this is going to be quite getting longer it takes to do it. But it takes sharper turns onto that chicane. But this is definitely might be given the best time to go into the pits. But this will might have one more tire that this will might be getting in to get prepared. So I hope racing soft tires will be given the best option that this will might have one for use. Now coming out onto the pits and currently in onto 11th lap. Only 3 more to go, folks. This race is about to get very excited to see it there, and looks like almost lost that grip. Just gonna have to try to be very careful, because this is gonna be quite getting a hard slippery to stay at it. Now it looks like this one might put me down onto 12th place. But this is going to be quite getting closer to catch up onto RX3 Otar's position. So I hope this is definitely might be getting the best ways to get back onto the top position. This could get very longer it takes to see how 15 drivers are actually left remaining to be stand still to do it. They just really want to keep on racing to do the best we can. Now it looks like Dressel is now going in onto the pit stops to stay on to the racing hard tires that this is going to be in. It looks like Albino Fat Chick is taking in the lead, and while Dressel is going racing soft tires that this will might be going in. But this is going to be quite good, and Dressel is back in the lead. Albino Fat Chick is in 2nd place, and this is going to be quite very awesome to see how he can do it. this is going to be quite very good to see how this race is about to give a nick of time for only one driver to be coming out of the pits, while the second place driver to be in first place will be going in and stay on from the behind position. Is going to be quite taking a good effort to see it. Only 2 more to go. This race is about to be over very soon, because this is definitely might be taking a lot of racing work to do a lot of good grip to do it. But it takes plenty of perfection to be on the inside is going to be might needed to take. So it looks like Guy Ferrari is about to be getting a little bit slowed down onto 11th place, but he's going to keep it up to catch up onto RX3 Oltar's position. This is going to be quite getting closer for BMW, that this will might be taking its stand, will might be need to stay on it. It looks like this is going to be take that grip to be stay steady up on it, and this is going to be going in for UTRS and Sportec Racing Team is going to be quite catching up on it. This one might have myself to be in 11th place. It's going to get there shortly for this time, folks. But this is going to be quite steady lock that this will might be having out to do it. Rockabilly Outlaw is definitely might be needed to keep it up, while RX3 Oltar is about to be coming in to catch it up onto him. And then looks like this is definitely might be getting different ways to see the top 3 drivers are now going to be catching up on it. Now, Rapiton is now definitely might be in 3rd place, so I hope this is definitely might be quite getting the ways to catch up on Knight, Chico, and Dressel is definitely might be staying on to keep up the racing work, that this is definitely might be given a good perfection ways to see it. Now, currently in onto the 13th lap, and this will might be having into the end of the 12th lap. Now going into lap number 13, we'll be getting closer towards the final lap. So I hope this is definitely might be quite doing excited. But this race is about taking a lot of progression. Is going to be taking the inside turns, will might be getting a good perfection to take. So I hope this is going to be quite good to see how Rockabilly Outlaw is now going to be taking some few distance onto the acceleration of the speed will might take on for the hairpin turn onto the school corner layout. But it's going to be quite getting closer for RX3 Oltar to catch up to him. But this is going to be giving the best ways to have the scene at all. While Chevrolet Corvette is about to take on the Alfa Romeo, and Toyota is going in to take one rush of action, is going to be quite getting in. But this is going to be quite getting closer for Dressel in 1st place, so I hope this is going to be it. The final lap is on its way, because this is going to be his best win for the moment, folks. This race is about to take plenty of long distance and taking some good speed and handling. But I hope this is going to be quite taking a lot of good perfection, that every race should probably really want to do it. It takes steadiness and concentration that this will might be happening to race on Barcelona is going to be quite giving a good Grand Prix competition is going to be getting started out. Now, looks like it's about to be taking in onto the chicane, onto the final turn, and looks like RX3 Oltar is about to be going into the pits. This could be the chance for me to catch up onto Rockabilly Outlaw to be in 9th place, and this is going to be giving the best ways to push forward. Now I'm finally into the final lap, but this is going to be quite very good to see everybody. This race is about to get one chance of a comeback, is going to be quite going in to do it. Because Chevrolet is about to catch up onto Toyota. Supra is going to be quite getting in onto 9th place before taking on in 10th place is going to be harder to take. And oh man, it looks like Seabuki is definitely fine. It's on the recovery. Now that is going to be quite given the nick of time to see how he's finally got into the safe zone to take some few recoveries after having a hard time onto the turn. Now it's going to be quite getting a little bit closer out there, because Chevrolet barely missed the attempted overtake on Toyota. Rockabilly Outlaw barely dodges it on on the turn. This is going to be quite getting in onto that next corner to be stepping in onto the apex. And looks like there it goes, folks. Dressel has finally made it first place of the round 7 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series. He has finally won this race, folks. Dressel has won this race of the Group 3 racing category. Now it's going to be quite very excited to see it, and oh man, just barely got a hit, and C-Boogie passes me and going in on to catch up onto Rockability Outlaw. But this is going to be quite getting closer it takes. But this is going to be quite very excited to see how Group 3 can probably do the excited ways to race on Barcelona in a good morning daytime condition. The sun goes up to have a nice time to be remembered to enjoy it, but it's going to be quite very much enjoyable for having this time for the moment. And looks like I just finally made it in 10th place. But this is simply might be quite given a one safe position that this is going to be quite going in automatically to be dropped down to 11th place. But that was a lot of penalty for this result, folks. But it was very challenging. So we just simply might be quite given the best ways to do it. But we got everything we have. But we will always gonna try to stay careful to be in a good clean race that this will might need to take a good racing responsibility for having the time for the moment. So this will might be automatically to be in 12th place, but it was doing fine. But this is definitely might be needs to take plenty of efforts that this will might need to keep it up to stay on to a good perfection. Now, hope this will might have 80,000 credits to be giving race well earned, but daily workout is going to be complete onto the check mark. Now, looks like this is going to be quite very good to see how everybody did pretty well, but it's very challenging to try to keep it up. So I could probably have to congratulations to Dressel for the win. So I hope this is definitely might be quite very good with his Porsche 911 RSR. It's going to be quite very impressive to have the best ways to perform. Well, apologies has been accepted, Rockability Outlaw. I know it's going to be quite very tough for this race, so we just definitely might be having a ways to go easy on ourselves. But it depends on to see which number of pit stop that this will might be needed for you. So just going to have to go by choice for only 1 or 2. But good thing that this is going to be quite very good to have this time for the moment. But the next race is about to get very better that this will might be ready to be prepared. The next race is going to be at Red Bull Ring for Group 4 category. But this is going to be a choice whenever which conditions are we going to go with. Which is going to be the fine weather or a rainy condition. So we have to find out soon enough before we are about to get ready to move on. Alright folks. Glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. And library blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with libraries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on in the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.